being considered, the location of the hospital features, and the hospital discharge liquid type, and also the quality assessment and the impact practices and possible health hazard. And the sample site, this is in Kathmandu Valley. So this is the map of Kathmandu Valley. And all the hospital residing, this private and the public, they are along the river. So this is the river system, and all the hospitals, they are residing along the river. And the population of the Kathmandu is about 2 million population, and population density is about more than 3,500 square kilometer. And this, for this, the data we collected, we use only 18 hospitals out of 64 hospitals, and the bed, 50 bedded hospitals are considered more than 50 bedded. And this healthcare liquid waste management practice are being observed, and for the laboratory analysis, all the effluents are collected from the 2 types of hospitals, and chemical parameters including BOD, COD, bacteriological analysis, and they are strictly followed this AFA standard methods. And now the findings, this out of the beds, the private hospitals, they are basically the average bed size is 96, and the public is 364. And out of this, only 15% of the staffs, of total staffs, they are engaged in the waste management practice. And here, but especially for the liquid waste, there are not any staffs are engaged for waste management. And the public hospital, it has less staff. I mean, it's more staff than the private. So this waste management status about in private, there is a public guideline in private hospital, only in 33%, while in public there are relatively high in number. And there is a EIA regarding this for this documents, and this document especially is a commitment documents that how the whole waste management practice is being considered. That is one of the important aspect in this document. And this there is a 3 hospitals in the private hospital and only 1 in the public hospital. And the other hospital, they are just they have the terms of reference they have approved, and not the whole documents are existing. So this is the scenario. Now the one of the this teaching hospital, I just want to give the example how it is being done. And this is the only hospital which is having liquid waste treatment plant, and this is but now the treatment plant is not functioning. So for this treatment plant, this liquid waste from all the departments of this hospitals are being collected, and they are treated, and then after it is discharged into the river. But now the treatment plant is not functioning, so it is directly going into the river, and the river water is being used for different domestic activities by the community nearby. And the wastewater used by the private and public hospitals, so this per day, this is about 3,800 cubic meter per day is being used, and as the in public. So this is the number. And while the treatment plant in the public hospital, there is only 1 treatment plant, while in the private hospital there are no treatment plants. There are treatment plants, but they are only the primary treatment plants. And this treatment plant, so here it is shown that the water from the river, it is being drawn directly, and this water is used for different domestic activities as well as for the agriculture, for the vegetable watering and all these activities the people are using. And this the heterotopic count, the bacterial count is also very high, and from some of the rivers the water is being used even for the drinking purposes and also for the cleaning and other activities. And this heterotopic count in the private and public hospital, there is a significant difference in the number where the p-value is given. And similarly, the COD and the ratio of COD and BOD is also shown, and which is the comparing to this COD is the value in public-private hospital as well as the ratio. There is no significant difference in both hospital. The effluent concentration is very high, and this the lower this photos, it is shown that in some part this hospital is discharging effluent directly into the river. Previously, this hospital is having very good treatment plant, but now it's not working, so the directly discharging into the river. And at certain points, from the rivers, the water is drawn for the drinking purposes. And similarly, in hospital, the this high concentration of organic chlorine is used for the disinfection as well as the so this in both public and private, but in comparison to the private, the public hospitals, they use a very high concentration of residual chlorine this disinfection. And DO concentration is also very low because of the high organic pollution. And so now this about the potential impact of this treatment plan. So there are two private hospital and public hospital, as well as the river drainage system is shown here. And most of the hospital they are along the river, and so the potential impact is very high. So for that this potential health impact, the special analysis is being made, and here the higher density of the population, which is above 4,000 per square kilometer, which is at the core area where most of the hospitals are residing. So this is also changing. So this is in 2001, and now the core area is extended and it is increased, and the number of hospitals are also increased, but here only the sample hospitals are being shown. And so this the potential impact, health impact, is also increasing. And for this there is a buffer zone around the sample hospitals are being shown in 1 kilometer distance. So there are 5 different buffer area are being developed. So the more potential or more hazardous risk population, they are within 1 to 2 kilometer buffers. So this is the potential impact is being shown. So with this, we just want to conclude that most of the liquid waste, healthcare liquid waste, is directly discharged into the river, nearby river, and there is a very weak monitoring of this environmental impact assessment and initial environmental examination of hospital. And the use of river water for different purposes are being used, and there is a very much this lack of awareness about the quality of water, and also the other about the potential health impact of the hospital effluents to the population living nearby hospital and the river, because they are residing within the core area, most of the population as well as the rivers. And for this, this healthcare liquid waste and direct impact still needs to do lots of study regarding this to find out the real potential health impact. And for this, few recommendations about the healthcare without harm principles should be strictly followed by the constructing reliable healthcare liquid waste management treatment plans, and the monitoring of hospitals should follow strictly this EIA, IAA treatment plant effluents, and this awareness to both population and the healthcare stakeholders about the health impact of healthcare waste, liquid waste management should be considered, and the research and benchmark data generation and health impact of this healthcare liquid waste management should be strictly followed. So thank you so much.
We have time for questions.
Thank you very much. Considering the fact that our own health care, according to what your research, what you have carried out, has to do with human's activity, that is how we use our environment, and also looking at it that many of the people that come to the hospitals and how they use the environment, many of them may not be in the health sector. The stakeholders, the people living in the environment. Do you have any avenue whereby you carry out something like educative programs for them so that they will be aware of the hazardous nature of the activities, both within the hospital and even in the outside the hospital? And do you follow, if you have it, do you follow it up? And how has it affected the results so far? Thank you.
Yes.
I don't know whether I understand my question.
I'll try to answer, and then if you just want to know about, is there any organization or the institutes there to
maybe
give?
Either by the government or by the hospital body or by any other agency that carries out educative program to alert the people who are maybe not educated in the health sector, how they use the facilities around the health center, healthcare. Thank you. That's what I'm asking.
Okay, thank you very much for this question. I think to address this question, like your question, this study is being done, right? So for this, these people normally come to the hospital to get well. If they get sick or something, then they come to the hospital, right? But the number of hospitals are increasing, but the problem is not getting solved. So now everybody is of the concern that about this issue, right? So it could be because of the waste management, poor waste management practice of the hospital, which is also one of the responsibility of not giving this desired result of health quality, right? And for that, now we are having lots of organizations. They are becoming very much active and providing awareness program not only to the community but also to the hospital, and also giving penalty to the hospital if they are not making this EIA, IAA report or not doing properly. So that is there, but still this what is called activity has not taken effectively. But now the people are getting much aware relative to 10 years ago, right? So maybe we are expecting that this type of study will help to show, because we just talk and we don't have a study, right? So that is also the reason we cannot compel to the government and other sectors, right? And so this is the second study about the healthcare liquid waste management. The first one, it was about the MDR, this multi-drug resistance, and that study was very much effective, and that also forced to do some changes or some type of this work to improve this. So I hope in future.
Thank you. My name is Julia. I was going to ask, what treatment technology can we use to treat these wastewaters?
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have this anaerobic digester. The one which I showed is the anaerobic digester, and now the most common wastewater treatment plant existing in hospital trying to keep, that is the reed bed treatment plant.
Sorry?
Reed bed treatment plant. This is the natural wetland type of reed bed treatment plant, right? Where the phragmitis is used as a oxygen provider. So which is which is not very high tech. So it's a little bit sustainable, and it doesn't need.
I understand you. And secondly, the environmental impact assessment you talked about.
Yeah.
What is a report like? I just want to understand it.
What?
The environmental impact assessment, the EIA you talked about.
Yeah.
I want to understand what the reports.
Okay,
like,
this is
report, what the report states.
Okay, this is a mandatory nowadays, right? So if somebody wants to open any kind of hospital or industry, or if it is a more than 100-bed hospital, they need to do environmental impact assessment. And if the hospital is having less than 25 to 100 bed, then they should do IEA, initial environmental examination. So that is there, and this report basically it contains how they manage the environment and how how to maintain the environment, right? And that documents they keep. They have to. It's a little bit technical documents, so they have to calculate all sort of waste generation, how much they generate, all those type of things, and how they are going to treat, so that after that the people will not get harm. So those type.
Thank you. I understand. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
To bring this matter closer to the subject of climate change, we see, of course, the problem of spill of different types of waste coming in the water systems after flooding in many parts of the world. But I'm thinking especially in case of your country, with very fast disappearance of the glaciers in Himalaya, with very fast accelerating runoff. I think that if we see this problem just as the problem related to the hospitals, the burden for them must be almost too high, because we're speaking not only about the waste from the hospitals, but if we look at the bigger picture, there is also the spill from agricultural lands, the raw sewage, the sewage from household and so on. And as we see the glaciers keeping melting, we would see this contamination more and more. So what are other solutions that we can see, we can consider as a part of the bigger pictures, not only for the hospitals, but for the country in general? Because of course, this is a problem that is happening in many parts of the world.
Okay, thank you. Can I answer? Okay, so for this, I think it's climate change is already, we don't need to prove, right? So it's temperature is already increasing. So in our scenario, the waste every day is increasing, liquid as well as solid, right? And this climate change or this it's creating very good environment for the microorganisms, and it means the more burden of disease would be increasing, right? So if we don't address this problem very skillfully, then I think the problem will get intensify. And the other thing is that in our part, we are talking about the adaptation, those type of things. So in our part, this adaptation portion is very weak. So even the small change, even this the climate related, if we relate, then the existing burden we are having, it would be intensively increase because our adaptive power is very poor. So I think we have to take this issue from climate change perspective also a little bit seriously. Thank you very much. I don't know, I responded to your...
Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you.